Welcome back to the channel. Once again, we're here for the big NXT review, baby. Hey, it's Scott Barratt, and welcome back to the Burning Truth, where we give you all the latest news, and every Wednesday we give you the big NXT review, which is what we're here for today. Before I get into what was another amazing episode of NXT this week, make sure you hit that subscribe button below, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, do all the good stuff. It's free to do. I love you forever. And why not, guys? Why not make my dreams come true if it's free to do, right? Me and Matt Burns will love you forever. Absolutely. So thank you very much. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and you could be a part of getting us there. How amazing would that be? But this week's NXT, woo, doggy. It was a big one. Let's talk first about Stephanie Vaquer. She retains, but she's surrounded. The main event saw Stephanie Vaquer defend the NXT Women's Championship against Roxanne Perez. And as always, Stephanie delivered a high-class performance. I think Roxanne bought her A game. This is probably a last hurrah before going up to the main roster. Channeled every ounce of all that past aggression and confidence. But Vaquer's calm presence, it won out. And just as the champ stood tall, who came out but Giulia, who we also saw on Monday Night Raw this week, and not far behind, Jordynne Grace. So it isn't just one woman gunning for Stephanie Vaquer currently. It's a full division, but more importantly, it's two of the biggest threats on the NXT roster. It's Giulia and Jordynne Grace, maybe two of the biggest threats in professional wrestling right now. So Vaquer retains the Queen, Queen Vaquer. Supposed to call her the Queen, or is that Charlotte? I'm going to say Queen Vaquer retains, but for how long will Stephanie Vaquer be the champ? What else was going on? Oh, the crossover you didn't see coming. What about Joe Hendry is here? So fresh off that amazing match with Randy Orton at WrestleMania. I say amazing. The squash with Randy Orton at WrestleMania. We got Joe Hendry on NXT. Oh, that is good coffee this morning. Yeah, so Joe Hendry, TNA's world champion Joe Hendry, get it right, made his presence known. He stepped toe-to-toe with Trick Williams and Oba Femi. His name was chanted. His presence was loud. And I think this will probably lead to a match with hopefully both, but maybe just Oba Femi. But, I mean, Joe Hendry felt like a big deal. He's just wrestled in front of 63,000 people. He feels like a big deal. The vibe, I mean, if I had to describe it, it's you say his name and he appears. So let's see if this one gets physical. I'm hoping TNA have got their Rebellion pay-per-view on Saturday. Oba Femi said to Joe Hendry this week, don't make the same mistake Moose did. Love that. Love that. And yeah, I just think we're on a slow build here for Joe Hendry versus Oba Femi, maybe versus Trick Williams as well. Although I half expected not to see Trick Williams on NXT again, but then he was here this week. So there you go. You learn something new every day. What else was going on? I'm jumping ahead a bit here, but I want to talk about Noam Dar. So Noam Dar came back, returned to NXT WWE this week. He recaptured the NXT Heritage Cup. Now, I must admit that at Stand and Deliver, I was hoping when they did that magic trick on the Heritage Cup that it was going to disappear forever. And I was a little bit disappointed that they brought it back so soon. I thought they were just going to do a funny ha-ha and it was gone. But it was back this week. And the consequence for it being back is that Lexis King had to defend it on NXT. Out comes Noam Dar as the surprise challenger. They had a solid match. It confirmed what we already knew. Noam Dar totally owns the ring, and he recaptured the Heritage Cup, which was a fourth time for him holding the Heritage Cup. So that's 4 reigns. Nobody else is even close to that. You could argue that this cup should be named after him. You know, eventually this could be the Noam Dar Cup or Championship. The question is, who's next? Is it time for someone new? Is it maybe even time for Matt, I mean, we've gone international with Noam Dar, so I'm hoping they hold on to this Heritage Cup now until they do something with NXT Europe and it disappears over there, because it doesn't make much sense on the main NXT show for me. But who steps up for Noam Dar? Because it seems like Lexus King's going to move on to Ricky Saints, is the feeling I'm getting. What else do I want to talk about? Thea Hale, feel good match of the night. She tapped out Fallon Henley. Thea Hale, massive submission win. The crowd was loving it after the emotional build, the long absence. It was a proper moment for her. Hale's presence in the women's division, I think it adds a new layer of depth. I always say that NXT's women's division is the best in the world, and it keeps getting better. And the Kimura is a legit finish, right? If you've not been put in one, trust me, the Kimura is a legit finish. So Thea Hale back using the Kimura, getting the win against Fallon Henley. I was surprised about Fallon Henley getting another loss, actually. But we'll see where it goes, right? We'll see where it goes with Fallon Henley. I hope they find something better to do with that trio. Fallon Henley, JC Jane, and the other one. What else going on? Darkstate. Darkstate doesn't miss ever. So Cutler James, Dion Lennox, and Sugars picked up another win this week, and it's becoming a weekly pattern, not just winning, but dominating. This week's twist, the brawl with the D'Angelo family escalated last week, tried to go rogue, didn't he, Stacks, and turned. But I think, you know what, this week, the challenge from the that member of the No Quarter Catch crew and Javon Evans getting involved, and then that leading to a 2-on-2 tag match, and feeling a bit like the Freebirds and winning that tag. Yeah, totally the right thing. Some of their backstage, so I'm jumping ahead here because I really want to talk about the D'Angelo family. It looks like we're going to get a bit of a war now between Tony D'Angelo and Stacks, which I'm here for. I've been teasing that for a few weeks now, so I'm really looking forward to that coming out in the next few weeks. Put Stacks over for me. I wasn't sold at first, but I am now. I think he's a really cool character for him to build around in NXT. Yeah, I can see him as a North American champion, maybe future NXT champion if things go his way. So if I just sort of overly review what I've watched this morning, I think Stephanie Vaquer, she continues to feel like the absolute ace of NXT. Joe Hendry's surprise this week gave us all something to buzz about. Thea Hale's return and the crowd energy through the roof. Noam Dar making history, but his return was really good on NXT this week as well. You know, what else? There was another big... Oh, Andre Chase, reforming Chase U by the look of it. That's really exciting. If you haven't seen the interview on the channel from before he was Andre Chase, just search it. Make sure you subscribe to the Burning Truth below, and then you can go on the page and find the interview we did with Alexander Chase. Really, really good interview from before I was with the channel, but you can go and find that. For this show, what could have been sharper? I think some pacing issues early in the show for me. I'm still wondering what they're going to do with Fallon Henley and that group. I'm a bit disappointed that they're not doing more with them. And the tag scene feels a little bit in reset mode following Hank and Tank's big win. They've obviously got a match now, a defense next week against Inamura and Briggs, which should be pretty cool. So confirmed for next week. What was confirmed for next week? There was stuff confirmed for next week, wasn't there? Let me find that quickly. I haven't got it written down on my notes. Apologies, everyone. Just giving us a bit of a moment here, aren't I? Here we go. So what have we got confirmed for next week? It was Miles Bourne, the member of the No Quarter Catch crew, with Javon Evans that took on the Darkstate. The Darkstate? Yeah. I'm not sure that. Well, that's really annoying because I thought I'd got what was confirmed for next week. Well, it'll be a surprise to us when we get there next week. But when we're talking about speculation corner, I think Trick versus Joe Hendry. Hopefully, we get a singles match out of that before we do Oba Femi and Joe Hendry. Giulia, is she going to leave after she gets a title match? I hope not. I hope she sticks around in NXT. We've lost Roxanne Perez. If Giulia goes up as well, I'm not too mad about it, but I do hope she sticks around. I think that trio at the top of the NXT women's division, that Stephanie Vaquer, Giulia, Jordynne Grace, that trio could keep us going for quite a while in terms of great matches. You know, they're going to headline quite a few NXT events, I imagine. And then Chase U's reboot. That's my speculation corner. We know it's coming, but who's going to be in there? So loads of stuff that I suppose you can help me out with. Get it in the comments below if you think you know who's going to join Chase U, or you've got some different ideas on what you want to see in NXT going forward. And that is the burning truth for this week. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to smash that like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe, ring the bell. We're flying towards 1,000 subscribers, and every single click of that button helps. So please do that if you will, and you can help us get there. If you want to keep the conversation going, you can search for The Burning Truth on all the socials. We're there. Just look for the championship belt, which is just up here somewhere in the corner. I've been Scott Barratt. Thanks for spending your time with me this morning, and I'll see you next time for another big NXT review. Excelsior.